What's going on, YouTube? Reezonoticz coming back at you. I'm on my way to work. Kind of running late because I had some errands that I had to get taken care of before I can go into work. Don't worry about it. My boss knows about it. She's cool with it. But I'm on the way over there now, and I just figured I'd come at my YouTube audience with something I haven't done in a long time. I haven't reported or talked about professional wrestling, or the state of the professional wrestling business, in a long time. It's not for any particular reason. It's not because I haven't been watching, and it's not because I've fallen out of love with it. I mean, I will always be passionate about this industry, even if it all goes to hell and there's no more real wrestling and all we have are memories and video clips. Well, I'll live off that because I love wrestling, and it's provided for some of the most intense, magical moments in my life. But that being said, I was watching last night the DVD for the NWO made by WWE. I think it's called NWO Revolution or something like that. Very well done production. There were some statements made in it that I thought were complete and total BS and just politicking by Vince McMahon and his people. But for the most part, very well done production. But that's not what this video is about. Just after watching it, it got the wrestling juices flowing, and I decided that I would make a video, get back at my YouTube audience about this, about the state of wrestling right now. Now, if y'all know me, if y'all follow my videos before, when it comes to professional wrestling, it's no mystery. I'm not a WWE fan. I really don't see anything special in the WWE. That being said, I'm not trying to be biased, I'm just being honest with you guys. I never have, really. My entire life, I've never really been a big WWE fan. Now, if you're talking about when I was like, 5 or 6, 7 years old, I was a big-time WWF fan at that time. I was a Hulk Hogan fan, Randy Savage fan, Ultimate Warrior fan, and those were the golden days, as far as, the beginning of when wrestling really got popular for me. But there was nothing like the 1990s, the mid-90s to late 90s wrestling boom with both WWF and especially WCW blowing up and just taking over the airways. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, I've never been a big WWE fan, especially right now. I think WWE is garbage. I'm just going to be honest. I do watch it every now and again because at the end of the day, wrestling is wrestling. You know what I'm saying? The quality may not be the same as some other companies, but at the end of the day, wrestling is wrestling. Just like basketball is basketball. I'll watch, if I get bored enough, I'll watch, a Charlotte Bobcats versus Philadelphia 76ers game. That is an awful game, but at the end of the day, it's still basketball, to some degree. So, that's my point by that. But, WWE to me really doesn't have anything special going on. It hasn't for some time. It's very, I don't know what the word is. I think stagnant would be the word as far as the storyline development, unless it's a big-time story between two big stars in the company. Those storylines are usually very well done, very well written by the WWE creative staff, so props to them. But as far as the mid-carders and everybody under those two big stars, their storylines are usually garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like, Daniel Bryan's a perfect example. Hell of a wrestler, amazing talent, unlimited potential, and he's stuck in a stupid storyline, or really lack thereof, because there's really no story development there, with Kane and Team Hell No. And yeah, they're the tag team champions. Hurrah, hooray, yeah, alright, congratulations. No one cares. Those belts don't mean nothing in WWE. And there's no real storyline, no real feud with them and another dominant tag team. You know what I'm saying? They're very just on cruise control, and nothing very special or noteworthy or memorable from one Raw to the next. And let's not even talk about SmackDown, because SmackDown's a joke. Okay, so and you got so many things in WWE that to me are just laughable. Like you got The Undertaker, first of all, shaving his head last year, and still, walking around with a shaved head or a crew cut or whatever you want to call that. That's not The Undertaker. That's not the character that we know and love. That's not the look that we know and love. He looks retarded, you know what I'm saying? When he still has the hood on, when he comes out, he looks badass. When he takes it off, he looks like a moron. He looks like a grandfather, like, yo, you shouldn't even be in the business anymore. And we know that that's not the case because he's still amazing. You know what I'm saying? So they butchered his look. Then we got Triple H, my favorite wrestler in the WWE of the last 10 or 15 years. An amazing competitor, amazing technical wrestler, despite what some of you might say. The same thing. He steps down to be the chief operating officer, but, WWE needs a bang. They need something that's going to generate buzz. So out of nowhere, he comes out of, quote-unquote retirement to wrestle Brock Lesnar, who I think is a joke. I think Brock Lesnar's a joke. I think he, as an athlete, he's amazing. As a fighter, he's amazing. But as a wrestler, he's a joke. He always has been. And then Triple H comes back with a shaved head. big part of wrestling when it comes to the individual stars and what makes them is their talent, their persona, their charisma, their look is a big part. Because at the end of the day, this is the entertainment business, and you have to be marketable, you have to be presentable. And part of the look that had Triple H, you know, as one of the top dogs, I'm talking about looks, I'm not talking about the skills, because the skills were obviously there, but part of the look was that long hair, that wet hair, hanging down with, spitting the water out, the whole gladiator look. Now he looks like he's been neutered. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's stupid. WWE just doesn't really care what they're doing presentation-wise. They're always going to have the mainstream exposure, the mainstream popularity because of the name brand recognition. But that being said, I don't really think there's anything in WWE that's really worth watching right now. CM Punk, stupid. The angles that they've been using him in lately with Paul Heyman and all that, retarded. I think Paul Heyman's a plague to wrestling. I think people will give him credit for making the ECW. And this may just be my opinion. I don't want to disrespect anybody who liked or followed ECW, but let's be real. ECW was a joke. ECW was, the neglected, abused stepbrother of WCW and WWE. Nobody cared. The fan base for ECW may have been passionate, and that's no doubt, but it was nowhere near the size or the magnitude of a WCW or a WWE. That's just the bottom line. And there was reason for it. It was very ghetto. It was very, it was very just, backyard wrestling style. But that's another point. All right, so that's what's going on with WWE as far as I'm concerned. Nothing really noteworthy. I'm going to go to TNA. TNA is my company of choice, so I don't want to sound biased when I say this. I'm letting you know right off the bat, TNA is my choice, my preferred choice. But I've always felt that throughout TNA's 10 to 11 years that they've been around, that they have always had a superior in-ring product than the WWE. I mean, it's not even debatable. You could sit there and try to debate with me till you're blue in the face about Cena and The Rock and blah, 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 blah. And I will sit there and throw names at you that you probably don't even know, but if you saw them wrestle or looked them up on YouTube, you would be, your mind would be blown. AJ Styles, the Cowboy James Storm, so many of the X Division guys, Sanjay Dutt, Petey Williams. There's so much in TNA talent-wise and roster-wise that it's not even comparable. WWE doesn't even stand a chance. Now, their in-ring work is just superior, completely superior to WWE. Their storylines, for the most part, the issue I've always had with TNA is their creative team. But at least there are storylines, because in WWE, unless you're one of the top dudes in a big feud, there really is no storyline. You just come out week after week and have matches, and that's it. There's nothing there, no development, no push. But that being said, I think TNA has a superior in-ring product. I think over the last couple months with the Aces and Eights storyline, I think they've been getting some momentum. I think they're doing some really good stuff. And what's funny is the Bully Ray swerve. So many of the internet wrestling community came out, completely predictable, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. The internet wrestling community as a whole is a plague to the wrestling industry. It is a plague, much in the same way in the gaming industry, video game industry, that the people who walk around talking about, I'm a hardcore gamer, not a casual gamer, that's why I buy X console and said console, and because I'm a hardcore gamer. You guys are a plague to the video game industry. Shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? The internet wrestling community is the same thing. They are a plague to the business. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother video. So many people talk about that they saw it coming. Shut the hell up. No, you didn't. And if you did, you maybe had glimpses or ideas. But with the Aces and Eights storyline, that was very well done to the point where nobody knew it. They thought it was Jeff Jarrett. They thought it was, whoever else. Nobody thought Bully Ray was part of it. Let's be real. So that was a great storyline. That was a great swerve. And it's been working very well for them ever since. One thing I have against TNA, and I don't know if it should be against TNA or against this star in particular. I'm talking to my favorite wrestler, and that is Sting. If you're going to keep showing up and you're going to keep doing your thing, Jesus Christ, for the love of God, take the damn t-shirt off, put the trench coat back on, and get serious. Get back to the serious Sting. I knew that he was going to be coming back this last Impact. I was waiting for the dark Sting, which he did give us that. He gave us the silent, bat-pointing Sting. But he's wearing he's wearing a damn pajama t-shirt on top of his tights. Stop that. Put the trench coat back on, get serious, become the character. I don't know if that should go to Sting or if that should go to creative and TNA, but either way, for real. I mean, let's do this right. Sting can still go. He's still an animal. He still draws like crazy. He's the franchise. He's the icon. He's the only one that ever jumped ship to WWE. So by that alone, wrestling fans want to watch him. Bring him back the right way. know what I'm saying? That's my time, man. There's so much more I got to say, but, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my way to work, and I only got 10 minutes, and there's only about 10 seconds left. So God bless y'all. Stay watching wrestling. Stay gaming. Check out my new videos coming out soon. A lot of them, especially on the state of the video game industry, the Wii U, and all the upcoming systems. God bless.